What's good, guys? Goodguygastly here, and while I didn't put your boy Guzma in my top 5 sexiest characters video, I didn't forget about him and his squad. Shh, don't tell anyone, but Guzma is my true number 1. Anyways, Team Skull has a special place in my heart. I love their music, the way they walk, and how they try to rhyme when they talk. They are a breath of fresh air when it comes to villainous teams in the Pokemon games. Much like Team Rocket, they steal Pokemon from people, but unlike previous teams, they don't really have a specific goal in mind, other than to cause trouble. They aren't trying to destroy the world, / universe, take over it, or even capture and harness the power of legendary Pokemon. They're just a bunch of misunderstood trial dropouts who want to belong and be part of something. They make bad puns. Let's get figgy with it. Watch while I nab me some berries.
What the fuck did you just say?
Pick fights over the pettiest of things.
Hey yo, you're trying to steal our bus
Steal your
stop?
bus stop? How do I even? No, come on, let's not do this. Aww. And they squat. Lots of squatting. Seriously, why are you all squatting?
Hey, what's up? Why are they all squatting?
I love that Pokemon has created Team Skull to parody themselves and make light of all the common tropes we've seen in the last 20 years. One of my favorite examples of this is at Aether Paradise, when we have to defeat the typical long line of grunts to get to the boss scenario. And when you get to the last guy, he says this.
Pretty strong, ain't you? Go right ahead. I'm no numbskull. I don't fight battles, I can't win. Fucking idiot.
I was overjoyed when I saw this, and I don't think I've laughed more in a Pokemon game than I have while playing Sun and Moon. With the intro out of the way, I'm excited to show you my top 10 favorite Team Skull moments and quotes. If you think I missed one or you have a different favorite, let me know in the comments below. In my opinion, you can never have enough Team Skull. The first moment on this list is when we arrive at Po Town for the first time and are confronted by 2 grunts guarding the door. They notice you have a Z-ring, which means they know you are on your island challenge, and instantly assume that you came to laugh at them. They are embarrassed and just trying to prove that despite failing the trials, they are still worthy opponents. Man, you can't help but feel bad for the guys as you one-shot their team. This next quote happens in the walls of Po Town between 2 grunts waving at each other. One says, "What is wrong with him? Doesn't he see that we're getting invaded here?" And the other says, "What is wrong with him? Why does he keep on staring at me? Does he see how hot I am or something?" It goes to show how disorganized Team Skull grunts are. They can't even communicate with each other when their main base is getting attacked. By a child, no less. I love this part. Team Skull is trying to steal a Slowpoke to sell and make some dough, but the Aether Foundation is trying to get it back. In between their arguing, the camera zooms in for some choice words from Slowpoke.
Hello?
Look at it, it's just so confused. It's the little things like this that make these moments so memorable. Number 7 is the exchange between Kukui and Guzma at the Mali Garden. This moment is significant because this is the first time we're introduced to the Team Skull boss and his awesome YouTube intro.
Wanna see what destruction looks like? Here it is in human form. It's your boy Guzma.
But also because we get to see a brooding rivalry between Kukui and Guzma that really brings them to life. Guzma taunts the professor by saying, "Here we are, fellow rejects who never could become captains." Huh. Interesting. Could Guzma's skill in battle be a rallying cry to all the island trial dropouts? No wonder he has so many followers. Kukui says to speak for yourself and thinks he's on a whole different level, continuing to express that he could have become captain if he wanted to, but had other ambitions. Ouch. For what it's worth, Guzma, I think you'd make a fine trial captain. Number 6 is one of the very first examples of Team Skull showing their true colors and Game Freak making fun of themselves. I'll let this one explain itself and just play it out for you.
It's your berry thief, boys. Back again. Remember us?
Sorry, who are you?
Ah, I see. Just because we switched places, you can't tell who we are anymore? Who cares about that anyways? We're here to mess up his trial, yo. Oh yeah, that's right. Yo, let's get that Pokemon, homie.
Okay then. And another example of grunts being grunts.
OMG. Please don't tell me that's my skull tank you're wearing. Oh, no wonder it stinks. It is the same design though. It does not stink. That's a lovely aroma. Anyway, we should write our names on them so we don't mix them up. Hello? Our names are all grunt. What's the point?
She knows too much. Take her out.
But seriously, Team Skull is so self-aware. If we're not careful, next game is gonna have a Westworld theme to it. Po-Town has been in this list quite a bit, but it's only because the always rainy, abandoned town has so much character. It's also probably my favorite location in the whole game. So it should be no surprise that the Pokemon Center rap is so high on this list. For this one, I'm not going to voice it, I'm just going to have it play out on the screen for you and you can follow along at your own pace. When you come back after becoming champion, the rapping duo are now selling a skull tank for 10k. If you buy it, they take the cash and leave the Pokemon Center. I don't know if the shirt was worth that much, but let's be honest, you're paying for the entertainment. Number 3 is Guzma's Throne. After defeating Guzma in the Shady House, you can sit in his chair and trigger an event. It's nothing amazing, but like I said in number 8, it's attention to detail like this that really makes me appreciate these games.
Excuse me, but... But you're not the boss? What's the deal, homie? You're not the boss of me.
It does make you wonder though, what did he want to report to Guzma? Number 2 takes place near the end of the game. Team Skull gets a sizable force to cut you off and demands that you tell them how to save Guzma after he's been taken into the wormhole with Lusamine. I think most of us would do anything to see a loved one return to us from danger. So while their methods of getting you to help are a bit of a knee-jerk, their hearts are in the right place and they just want to see their boss back safe and sound. After defeating them, Plumeria interrupts, sends them home, and takes a moment to apologize for everything she did to you. The humility she shows is something new in Pokemon games, and I found myself forgiving her instantly. She even tries to explain why Guzma allied with Lusamine, citing, "She's the only adult who ever seemed to see how strong he was." I felt this was a really humanizing moment for Team Skull and made me actually care about their well-being. And don't worry, Plumeria, I forgive you. Number 1 is ya boy Guzma himself. Specifically the "y'all is stupid" quote, because that's just funny. But I also think this scene has a lot more to it than just insults. First, I want to point out that Guzma tried to catch a Nihilego, but not with a Pokeball. He just tries to tackle it. Like, what? It's just a Guzma thing to do, and I love it, and I want to believe that that's how he caught his Wimpod. The other thing is that he was possessed by Nihilego and says he felt fear for the first time. He won't admit it, but I think ultimately this experience woke him and is what made him disband Team Skull. After you become champion, you can find Guzma in his house, and he tells you to meet him at the beach in Hau'oli City for a battle. After defeating him, Kahuna Hala comes and scolds Guzma for not being able to recognize his opponent's strength and says that he will make a fine trainer out of him, to make up for all the mischief he and Team Skull caused. And thus starts Guzma's redemption story. Did I miss something? Tell me in the comments below. I would also like to hear why you guys like or dislike Team Skull and your favorite Team Skull moments and quotes from the game. If you enjoyed this video or just love Team Skull and Guzma as much as I do, be a good guy and hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel to be one of the good guys for weekly content and follow me on Twitter for updates. Be sure to check out similar videos on my channel like the sexiest characters in Sun and Moon and all usable beds in a sexy voice. Thanks for watching, I immensely appreciate it. My name is Goodguygastly and that is GG.